Coming up in our coverage this first week of April, Yankees baseball as New York goes up against the Tampa Bay Rays. Should be one to remember.
Offense and production. You think of Ben Zobrist. That's what he will be trying to bring to this game for his club today. Tropicana Field, Tampa Rays. This is their home where we'll watch them play. I'm Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crock, our analysts, and we are ready to go. 2K Sports MLB. Here's a look at our starter for Tampa Bay. And Steve, what's he got in his mind now as he pitches against these Yankees?
Well, sending a good lefty to the mound in this ball game here, but this is a great lineup, a lineup that can really beat up even some of the best pitchers in the game. So he's going to have to be on top of his game in order to do it and rely upon that movement on his pitches.
Now we'll take a look at the lineup for the Yankees. Scouting pick, John, who are we looking at today?
Well, Ichiro Suzuki is a guy that might be one of the more unorthodox hitters in the game of baseball. Seems like he's running out of the box before the pitch even gets into the hitting zone. Next thing you know, though, he has 200 hits and he's hitting 330. That's what makes him special.
The leadoff hitter, Jacoby Ellsbury, to get us started.
Center fielder, number 22, Jacoby Ellsbury.
Here's the delivery. First pitch fastball misses badly that time. 1-0. A career .267 number off the Rays. Swing and a miss by Ellsbury. Count even. The 1-1 pitch. It's hit foul by Ellsbury. And the cut fastball's in there. Strike three, one away.
Well, that's painting the black right there. He just throws it to the outside corner exactly where they wanted to get the punch out.
Now's a good time to take a quick look at how the Rays will be taking the field on defense. Highlights, John, from these fielders.
Well, James Loney, to me, is a guy that really has worked hard at his craft. He's a first baseman who's very good at scooping balls in the dirt. And when you have infielders that rush throws and infielders that sometimes aren't real accurate, he's an important factor in their defense. He saves that team a lot of errors and saves his pitchers a lot of extra work.
Well, working on the 0-1 count now.
Guys, you know, remember back a year ago, an unusual thing to come out of these two teams playing against each other. They clinched their playoff spots against each other. The Yankees beat the Rays to win the division on September 21st. The Rays beat the Yanks to win the wild card on September 28th.
Swing and a miss on the cutter that time. 2 down.
Okay, now we're going to get a chance to see the cutter here, Gary.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
And it's Mark Teixeira at the plate. Certainly, baseball fans don't mind the rivalry Yankees-Rays Steve was talking about. It does turn into great competition, especially when the playoff implications continue year after year, John.
And it's a good one, too. They've traded the AL East title back and forth each season over the last 4 years. The Yankees won it last year, so it must be Tampa's turn next.
And he catches Teixeira looking strike three. He'll head him back to the dugout. And they're held in check here in this half inning. And the Rays, their first chance coming up.
Now batting for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Now the Yankees starting pitcher. Steve, as he gets in there against Tampa Bay, what are we looking for today?
This lineup should not be much of a problem for this righty on the mound today. He has some of the best stuff in the game, one of the elite pitchers. He should be able to go through them easily and retire out.
Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Now, I'm not sure what he was looking for right there, but that's a great job of pitching as he fooled the hitter on that pitch down and away.
He lets that fastball go by for a called strike, 0-2. The pitch. This one hit, and a long foul ball down the left side. Fastball swung out and missed, struck him out, one away. That's working in a hurry right there. He didn't mess around wasting pitches.
But what that did, that pitch selection did, Gary, was keep the hitter off balance. And when you don't waste pitches, you put the hitter back on his heels.
Now we have a moment. Take a look at the lineup for the Rays. Thoughts, John? Anybody stand out?
Well, David DeJesus is not the guy you're going to look at as the star of the team, but he's a guy that you need if you're going to win ball games. Very consistent player, does a lot of things well, but what he does do is give you everything he has every single day on the field, and that to me is a winning player.
Ground ball. Ryan. Out number 2. Here's a look at how the Yankees will match up defensively. Particular standouts here, John?
Well, the unquestioned leader of this ball club, Derek Jeter, he's the guy you got to look at. Look, he's aged. Yes, he's lost some range, but what he makes up with his lack of range, he now makes up with intelligence. Knowing his pitchers and knowing their hitters, he positions himself spectacularly in the game. That's why you rarely see him out of position.
And we're going to see Joyce here. Last season, only .233 against the Yankees.
Was just never able to get anything going against this pitching staff last year.
It's fouled off. And that's a strike. Matt Joyce is going to be very careful here now behind in the count.
Well, outstanding late sinking movement on this splitter as it approaches the hitter. You have to take that pitch.
Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. And Matt Joyce is struck out. Big swing and a miss. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. We're scoreless, Tampa Bay. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And it's Carlos Beltran now. And Joe Girardi always wants his name in the lineup. And leading off the second inning, we've got a 1-0 count. He has hit .240 lifetime against the Rays. Swing and a miss. Beltran can't make contact. That'll even up the count.
Gotta love that location down and away, and with that kind of movement, not many guys are going to put it in play.
Sharp bite to that slider. 1-2. Swing and a miss on that slurve. He's up number 1.
Getting up in the range now right here with decent velocity on that breaking ball and pretty good movement.
That was not a good-looking swing on that pitch.
Well, good at-bat starts with good swings, and bad at-bats end with bad swings. And I think he'd want that last swing back if he had the choice.
And Derek Jeter up.
Well, you talk about a team that's tough at home. The Rays, the toughest pitching staff in baseball while pitching at home. A 3.16 ERA at the Trop. You don't often look at the Trop and think that's a pitcher's ballpark, but when you have good pitchers, it is, and that's what they had in 2011.
And that one's down. That's the first hit we've seen. And that'll bring up Brian McCann. And with Tampa's pitching being as good as Steve talked about, it fueled their finish. They lost only 3 of the last 15 at home.
But they couldn't take that home field advantage into the playoffs for the second year in a row. They lost all their home playoff games and got knocked out by the Rangers.
Well, Brian McCann missed some time with injuries in 2011, but when he's in that lineup, he is the reason why he's one of the best catchers in all of baseball.
And he'll take an extra base on this one. It's rolling towards the wall. Jeter's trying for the plate. And he scores from first.
For the New York Yankees.
For McCann, 24 homers, 270 average, 71 RBIs. Indeed, one of the great catchers right now that maybe the game's ever seen.
Well, you consider those offensive numbers and taking a beating behind the plate all season long. To be a run producer and to be able to catch every day, it's a tough job.
Well, a big double right there. He providing the offense, too, with the run-driven home as he hit that ball where they ain't.
There's an RBI chance for Brett Gardner. Getting out in front any time of the ball game, you want to do that. Now you try and build on it.
I think we just saw some important production right there, guys. To get on the board at this stage of the game gives them a real chance of build confidence and to win.
Jennings to field this one. 2 away. That will hold the runner at second. Here's a look at the teams who got it done last year at the plate. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Angels. Second, the Rangers. Tigers third. Fourth spot held with the Royals. And it's the Yankees, number 5.
One of the top hitting teams in baseball last year will be on display in this game today. And these guys, when they step out of the dugout, they're swinging the bats. These guys can put the ball in play, and they all hit for a high average.
1-0 pitch, changeup, swung on and missed. 1-1.
Well, if he threw a fastball right there, he might send a souvenir to the crowd. Problem was he got the changeup and didn't connect.
The pitch. Can't make contact on that fastball. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. This one swung on, hit down the line and right. That'll do it as they put that one away. Second inning, scoreboard lit up. 1 run on. The Yankees lead it 1-0.
The Tampa Bay Rays.
Beautiful night indoors, Tropicana.
Number 3.
Off to the west where you can see a bit of the moon out there. And Evan Longoria will stand in. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1. He had a season average 274 last year against the Yankees. And it's 0-2. Longoria is going to be swinging now if there's anything close.
There's 2 quick strikes. Now he's ahead 0-2. Let's see if he goes out of the zone to see if he can get the hitter to chase.
Here's the pitch. And this is bounced foul to the left side. Popped way up there behind home plate. And looked for a moment like he had a chance to make that play, but not to be.
Well, with the way we keep tracks of pitch counts right now, you know 0-2, the pitcher wants to put him away. The fact that he has to throw another pitch just tells you how defensive a swing the hitter had to keep it going.
Picked up by Teixeira. And he'll step on the bag. That'll be the first out. We hope you can tune in for next Thursday's game. We'll see Jason Worth and the Washington Nationals. He'll host the Cincinnati Reds. It'll be a 7 p.m. start time.
Okay, that's going to be a great matchup, and everybody's going to want to tune into that one. I'm looking forward to it.
And we're going to see Zobrist here. Ball!
Well, Ben Zobrist proved that he's a legitimate threat in the lineup with the strong 2011 and bounced back from a tough 2010 season. He can play anywhere, and his versatility is vital to the Rays' success.
Hit in the dirt. Prado. 2 men have been put away.
The Tampa Bay Rays. Right fielder, number 39.
And their number 6 hitter. Splitter swung on and missed. 0-1.
But you got to be a little more patient. Wait for that thing to get in the hitting zone before you try to swing. Way too early on that one.
Here's the pitch. Swing liner back up the middle. And there it is. That's their first hit of the ball game. That brings up James Loney.
Looking back to last year, let's check out where the Tampa Bay Rays ranked in the American League. Second in stolen bases, 5th in triples, and they were in the top 10 in home runs. That ability to drive the ball really paid dividends for this team's offense. They're going to have to give him the green light at first base. He has good speed. They're down by a run. He's got to get in scoring position.
Teixeira over there, he'll have to stay tight on him. Holding him close over there at first. And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike. And that's off the bat of Loney. And there's Suzuki for the third out. No runs and a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. Yankees still enjoying this lead. Bottom part of the order will get their chance offensively.
The plate. for the New York Yankees.
Leadoff hitter Martin Prado.
Number 14.
Gone 6 out of
Prado.
14 against the Rays. There's a swing and a ground ball. And he'll step on first for out number 1. State Farm leaderboard. We recap the league leaders in extra base hits last year. Jacoby Ellsbury, number 1. Robinson Cano is second. Miguel Cabrera third. Fourth spot held by Curtis Granderson. And sitting number 5, Adrian Gonzalez.
Well, here's a guy who's not content on just hitting a single. He probably thinks, you know, anyone can hit a single. I want to do more than that. He led the league last year in extra base hits, and when he hits it, he's not looking to stop at first. He's looking to get himself in scoring position for his team.
He delivers. Blow it outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Well, a couple of players last year had 30 seasons with the 30 homers and 30 stolen bases. The one guy you didn't think he could do it was Jacoby Ellsbury, but he showed a lot of power in 2011.
The 2-1 pitch. Now Ellsbury, 3-1 count. He'll look for his pitch. We look at these 30-30 players we were talking about. Mostly are going to bat, obviously, in the middle of the lineup. For Ellsbury, the interesting thing was he did it as a leadoff hitter.
Well, you know what? I mean, listen, he's always been a speed guy, so the 50 stolen bases isn't surprising. But how about the fact his home runs jumped from a career high of 9 to 32, surprising everybody.
Struck out swinging his last time up. And they pitch out. Nobody's moving. Line shot into center field. And that'll put Suzuki on first. Ellsbury going towards third. Terrific opportunity right now for the Yankees.
First baseman, number 25, Mark Teixeira.
A look at the teams from last year. Who stepped up big with runners in scoring position, courtesy of State Farm. The Rangers number 1, second the Tigers, third spot the Red Sox, fourth spot held by the Royals, and it's the Yankees number 5.
Well, nothing demoralizes a team more than being able to hit in the clutch, and this team is one of the best at it in baseball with runners in scoring position. You think you get a guy out, the next guy beats you. This team just sends one after the other with guys who love.
Teixeira, he rammed that one. Goodbye, a 3-run homer. Now they lead by 4, a 3-run homer.
Well, Yankees continuing to score here, Gary. Credit the offensive charge.
Number 36, Carlos Beltran.
Fresh count on Beltran. Here it comes. This one has popped up to the left side on a play. And Steve, you give up that big fly ball. Now trailing further in this one. Pitcher's got to find a way to shut this down right now.
Well, that's right. Listen, now with the bases empty, you've got to get in your mind that you're starting over and get